The first few times my eldest bit other children or attacked them, I was horrified. My baby was so sweet. Who are you? You must be mistaken. I know for a fact that my child could never do that. My name is Eliza Southwell, and this is how I train my children well. My firstborn earned his first black eye when he was 2.5, when he picked a fight with a 4-year-old over a toy. The 4-year-old was playing with it, and Montgomery started whacking him to get it, and my child reaped the natural consequences. His cheek was bruised for a week, and each time he felt it, which was several times a day, he'd say, "Ollie hit me," and I reminded him, "Yeah, we don't steal other boys' toys. We don't fight for selfish reasons." When my 2-year-old snatches something, my strategy is to say, "Are you going to give that back, or am I going to help you?" Help you means I will take it out of your hand and give it back to her. The denial of the toy is the punishment. If it's not sufficiently unpleasant to deter him from victimizing her repeatedly, I will smack him. When my 3-year-old, who has more language and more self-control, snatches something, give it back to him and say, "I'm sorry for stealing your toy. Otherwise, you can have a smack if you would prefer, and I will help you give it back." I'll offer to help him give it back, especially if I think he's just struggling with self-regulation because he's tired or something. If he's a tiny bit more sophisticated and he didn't snatch it, he was just screaming at her to intimidate her to give it to him, I'll say something like, "Did you show her your angry face so that she would give you that toy?" We don't intimidate people. Proverbs 19, "Chasten your son while there is hope, and do not set your heart on his destruction. If you don't teach him, he will destroy himself. A man of great wrath will suffer punishment, for if you rescue him, you will have to do it again." If there are some natural consequences, like the toy has to go away or the toy breaks, don't fix it for him, because he will have learnt nothing and you'll have to do it again. It's important to me to call sin by its right name. What word do you reckon the Bible uses for snatching? Stealing, right? I teach my 2-year-old, "Did you take that toy from her hand? Did you steal it from her?" Exodus 20 verse 15, the 8th commandment, "You shall not steal." Pretty straightforward. Ephesians 4 verse 28, "Let him who stole steal no longer, but rather let him labor, working with his hands what is good, that he may have something to give him who has need." Instead of stealing, be generous. Replace a bad habit with a good habit instead. And generosity is the habit that the Bible chooses. How do I teach generosity? Go back to part 2 of this series on sharing to find out. Romans 13 verse 9, "For the commandments, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not murder, you shall not steal, you shall not bear false witness, you shall not covet. And if there is any other commandment, all are summed up in this saying, namely, you shall love your neighbor as yourself." The reason God asks us not to steal is because it is antithetical to self-sacrificial love, and that is the essence of God's character. So what exactly does sharing mean to a toddler or a 3-year-old? Preschoolers are very concrete. Sharing is an abstract word. I actually had an argument with my 3-year-old about this week. He said he was sharing with his little brother, who was bawling, and I said, "No, you're stealing." Use literal vocabulary. What is he holding, or what is he looking at? That's his truck. We don't touch other people's things. "Oh, she's looking at that right now." You can hold it when she puts it on the floor and goes away. We don't take things away from people. "Oh, darling, he was holding that." He was figuring that out. Next time, what about when my child has been stolen from? When they are wronged? Is there a difference between what I would really like to do to that child and what Scripture tells me is necessary? That's all for today on The Well-Trained Child.